Hi, I'm Assemblymember Bill Monning. Welcome to Monnings Mailbox, where I answer some of your emails and letters. Please feel free to send in your questions by going to my website at www.assembly.ca.gov/Monning. I've received such a large volume of letters highlighting the importance of education funding that I wanted to take some additional time to respond to two inquiries. Paula, a teacher in Santa Cruz, wrote, "In the new budget, I understand the districts have more flexibility in how they choose to spend their funds. Does this include the ability to postpone the adoption of the next textbooks, specifically those used for language arts?" I'm happy to say that the Budget Act that the legislature passed this past February provided school districts with greater flexibility as to how they will be able to spend their limited funds, and this flexibility extends to postponing the adoption of new textbooks until the 2012-13 fiscal year. If you would like to find out more information about this topic, please visit the Assembly homepage listed below. You can click onto Legislation and search for Senate Bill 4 in the third extraordinary session, authored by Senator Ducheney. Lorna in Salinas wrote, "I'm requesting your support to provide higher education funds for Monterey County. I'm a senior citizen who has worked hard all my life, paid my taxes, and always supported tax increases for education. I always hoped when I retired that I would be able to continue to take art classes at the Salinas Adult School. I heard recently that education, particularly art and music programs in California, are in jeopardy. I ask for your continued support to provide educational opportunities for all, particularly the underserved senior citizens. After all, a brain is a terrible thing to waste." Well, Lorna, I agree with your conclusion, and I agree that funding higher education is the best strategy we can take toward ensuring that all Californians have access to expanding their intellectual horizons, as well as to help in preparing them for the changing job world. There was an attempt in the recent budget negotiations to prevent any further reductions in the level of funding received by adult education. Your district may not be affected, but you will need to check with your local school board in order to see if they will be dedicating the funds targeted to adult education to adult education programs. I appreciate the fact, Lorna, that you value higher education and have supported it throughout your life. And I share your commitment to funding arts and music programs in schools in addition to the 3 R's. I remain committed to fighting for education funding. This includes funding for adult education, and I look forward to the day when California's economy is restored to a point where we are no longer discussing funding cuts to education, but are discussing how we can support our most critical investment, tomorrow's leaders. That's investment in education. I'm Assemblymember Bill Monning. Thanks for joining me for this edition of Monnings Mailbox.